Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Cozy Chat, a slow English podcast which helps you to learn English in a fun and natural way. I am Maria, and today we are going to talk about New Year's resolutions. In preparation for this episode, I was making myself a tea. But then I thought, hey, we're talking about New Year's, so I decided I have to make a celebratory drink. I'm not going to drink alcohol. I'm going to make another drink, which is also very fun, and I want to show you what it is. So, this is actually a drink that they drink a lot in Germany. And I have started to really like it a lot. It is a mixture of sparkling water. So I'm going to add a little bit of that first in my fancy champagne glass. The sparkling water is good because it gives it all the bubbles. So do about half. Maybe that was a little bit more than half, but it's okay. And now we add some apple juice. This is called Apfelschorle, I think. I never pronounce it right, and my husband always makes fun of me for it. I don't know why this word is really hard for me to pronounce in German, but it's something like Apfelschorle. So now we add the apple juice. Whoop. There we go. Ching ching. Cheers, guys. That's good. This is really good because there is the fizziness from the sparkling water and the sweetness from the apple juice. And sometimes apple juice on its own is really, really sweet. But when it's mixed with the sparkling water, with the bubbles, it's actually really good. Tastes really perfect, actually. So, cheers to that. And I'm sitting in front of my beautiful Christmas tree. Here in Spain, the Christmas decorations really stay up until after the first week of January, because that is when Three Kings Day is celebrated, and that kind of marks the end of the holiday season. Now, in the US, typically it's really bad luck to have your Christmas tree up when New Year's arrives. I have heard so many stories of people having bad luck whenever they left their Christmas tree up until New Year's. But here in Spain, it is completely accepted and expected to leave your Christmas decorations up until around the 8th or 9th of January. So that's why I thought it was okay to film this New Year's episode with my Christmas tree in the background. Now, on to the resolutions. I knew I wanted to make an episode on New Year's resolutions because I love New Year's and I love making New Year's resolutions. I think it's a great opportunity to really think about how your year has gone and things you want to change for the coming year. So for New Year's, I really use it as a time to reflect. And to reflect means to think about the past. I use New Year's as a time to reflect about the year before. I think about the good things. I think about the not so good things. I think about the hard things. I think about how I've grown. And I really enjoy this practice of thinking about the past year. And as for the resolutions, I think about the things that I've done in the past year and what I want to change for the coming year. And that is how I make my New Year's resolutions. I never only have one New Year's resolution. I usually have several New Year's resolutions. Sometimes I stick with them. And stick with them means I continue doing them. And other times I don't. So we will see which New Year's resolutions this year that I actually stick to. Okay, so on to the resolutions. I will start with my first and favorite resolution, which I am most excited about. And that resolution is I want to start making bread. I really, really want to start making sourdough bread. I have wanted to start making sourdough bread for maybe 3 years now. I think about it a lot. I think about how I would really like to make my own bread, and I just never do it. I just never do it because it does require lots of learning and practice and time. And I'm always thinking, I don't have the time. I don't know how to do it. I'm a little bit intimidated, which means I'm a little scared. So I just never do it. However, I always really want to. The desire, the want is there, but I never actually do it. So I said, this year, no more wishing, no more wanting. I'm going to make my own bread. So I have this really great book. My cousin gave me this book last year because I told her I wanted to bake bread. And this is a really cool book, you know? It has all the recipes and pictures. And I read this sometimes before I go to bed. Just like, oh, look what I could make and stuff like that. So I have the book, okay? And I have, does anyone know what this is? Anybody know? This is dried sourdough starter. It is something that you need to make sourdough bread it's the yeast, this natural yeast to make sourdough bread. I don't know if guess the starter is considered yeast. It's what makes the bread rise. But anyways, with this, and I also have another friend who gave me a starter as well. I've had two friends say, "Hey, Maria, you want to make sourdough bread? Here's this. This will help. Just, all I have to do is pour some water in this and do some stuff. And then I have kind of the base of my bread. And with that, I can start making the bread." So I have all the tools. I have the starter. I have the book. All I need is some confidence and some discipline. I need to discipline myself and say, okay, Maria, let's learn how to do this and try and just do it. But sometimes with new things, the hardest thing when learning something new is just to try it, right? Just to try it for the first time. And maybe I do it, and maybe I mess up, but that's okay. At least I'm trying. It's the same with learning English, right? You have to try to speak, but maybe you don't do it right, but that's okay. It's better than not speaking. So, here I go. My first New Year's resolution is to make this sourdough bread, and I will share with you all how it's going. Hopefully, I actually do it. No, I will do it, okay? And I'm excited to share with you all the process as I do it. It would really be good to make my own bread because I eat a lot of bread. My whole family eats lots of bread, and I'm constantly buying bread. And I'm like, whoa, how cool would it be to be able to make it myself? I love the thought of being more self-sufficient, being able to make food and things from scratch or with very basic ingredients. So I'm really excited about this project for myself. If you make sourdough bread or any kind of bread, please let me know in the comments. And please give me any tips that you have, or maybe it's just some encouragement. I would appreciate anything that has to do with the topic. My second resolution is to get more sleep. I know it sounds really basic, but it's so important. And I just don't sleep as much as I want to or as I need to. I don't know why, but every night I stay up later than I wanted to. So many nights I'll say, okay, I'm going to be in bed by 9:30 or by 10. And then 9:15 or 9:45 rolls around and I'm like, oh, I have a little bit of time, I'm going to do this little thing, or I'm going to look at this, or I'm going to talk to my husband for a little bit. And I just never get in bed when I wanted to. Many days I go to sleep around 11:30, 11:15, and I would really like to go to sleep by 10. That is my goal. I love the thought of going to bed early and waking up early. Here's what I do now. I go to bed a little bit late, and then I wake up early. It's not a good combination because many days I don't get enough sleep and I'm tired the next day. And I don't like that. Some days I do get enough sleep. I go to bed early, and the next day I feel great. I feel amazing. And I think, I'm going to do this every day. I'm always going to go to bed early. And then at night, the same thing happens. I start doing, I don't even know what, and I go to bed too late. So I think I will be more productive, definitely more rested, more happy, maybe, if I just go to bed earlier. Do you guys go to bed early? I'd really like to know. Are you guys people who go to bed late or go to bed early? Sleep is so important. It is your body's time to recover, to regenerate, to absorb all of the information that you have taken in that day. And the more you sleep, the better. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that I can stick to that one. Now, for resolution number 3. This third resolution has been a resolution of mine many years. I always end up trying to do this. And that is meditate. I really, really would like to start meditating. I have meditated consistently for maybe 2 months maximum. I've never made it something extremely consistent. I say I did it for 2 months, maybe 1 month. I have meditated, say, 5 days a week. But I know how beneficial meditating is. It's really, really good for your brain. It helps your stress levels. It helps you to focus better. It helps you to feel better, to be happier. There are so many benefits, and I have no excuse not to do it. I could even meditate for 5 minutes per day to start. That would be better than not meditating at all. So I bought a Headspace subscription, and I'm going to try to start meditating in the morning. So my plan will be to go to bed early at 10, hopefully, then to wake up early, do my workout, and then right after my workout, meditate for ideally 10 minutes, maybe 5, but ideally is that would be best to meditate for 10 minutes. So I think if I could sleep longer and meditate in the morning, which are two things that I don't do now, I think this would change my life, to be honest. I think it would make me feel so much better during the day. It would make me more calm, more focused, and happier, maybe. So I think this would be a great combination if I can actually do it. So I hope I can also stick to meditating. Now for my last resolution. I have mentioned many times on this podcast that I love to work out. I work out at least 5 days a week. It is very important to me, and I make sure that I stay consistent with my workouts. Even if I only work out for 20 minutes, that 20 minutes is enough to make me feel so much better in the day. It helps me to feel strong, and I just feel so much more alert and also productive when I work out, especially in the mornings. Now, I do different kinds of workouts. I do HIIT training, which is high intensity training. That includes high intensity exercises, jumping, squats, burpees, this kind of thing. I do weight training. I do some Pilates. I do whatever feels good to me at the moment. But I would really like to have more of a real program that is focused on strength training and lifting weights. I think this would really benefit me. It would help me to truly get stronger, and it would help me to track my progress in a good way. So I really want to try to make a program for myself, which would require me to write down exercises, how much weight I'm lifting, and stuff like that, and really kind of keep a journal or a diary of the exercises that I do, the weights that I use, and everything like that. I have truly never done that kind of workout program for myself. I really love YouTube follow along videos. I love just following along with someone in a video because I don't have to think, and I just do what they do. And it also makes me feel like I am working out with someone else. So I don't really know if I will like this kind of workout program, but I truly think it is what I need at this point. So we will really see how it goes. All right, you guys. So that is it for today's New Year's resolutions episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave me in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are. I love to know what other people plan to do or want to do in the following year. Or you could also tell me if you don't have any resolutions. Many people don't believe in resolutions because usually no one sticks to them. So either way, just let me know. I really hope you all have a wonderful, fun New Year's celebration. Maybe you're celebrating at home with family, or maybe you're going out with friends. Either way, I hope you have a great time, and I cannot wait to see you next year. Cheers!